Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the one and only Sassy YouTube channel. This is the worst time of the day to possibly do a live stream, but I don't want to make this a YouTube video. I just like tucking these away in the live stream tab for anybody that wants to come back and watch or listen to them. But I've been gone for a while. I haven't made any content in a hot minute besides the videos for Sonic Racing Cross World, which was just for people that wanted raw gameplay. But this video is going to have some updates. I don't want to title this as an update thing, but I'll just kind of keep people in the loop. And we're going to do some work on the original Minecraft world. Listen to a little bit of music. This probably won't be a very long stream, but I'm just touching base. You know, this isn't like a dead channel or anything like that. You know, not intentionally. But I should probably switch over, or people are never going to watch this part. I don't know if that did it or not. Are we in? Oh, we are. Cool. So, yeah. Ooh, I don't want to spoil everything. I feel like every time I come on here, I'm doing a new world tour because it's been so long. But I've continued to play. I'm in the 2-week Minecraft phase right now. Maybe on the latter half. It might be winding down, but I've done a lot. So, we're going to do a quick tour before we get back in on projects. But you can see a lot of familiar stuff. But yeah, where have I been? I've been working. A lot of you probably will remember that I work for myself. And, you know, it's just a matter of getting out and doing a lot of work all summer long. But now we're kind of getting the point of the year. I'm a little bit more free. So you might see some live streams here and there. I don't know. The holiday seasons are here. So who knows? Let me make sure volume's working. Who knows? Okay. Yeah, who knows? Anyways, I know a lot of people aren't going to be watching this just because it's like school work time. But the sun's sitting on our Minecraft world, and you can see there's quite a bit of some new stuff here. Matter of fact, when I watched the last stream, I can't remember exactly what I shown there. But I did a lot between last stream and this stream. And what I'm going to do is just kind of, well, quickly while the sun's going down, I'll show what's different down here. I have this lectern now with a book, and it's going to be called the Biome Book, and I'm just going to start keeping track of biomes that are nearby with cords. So, you know, like the Badlands I just found recently, like a couple days ago, you know, and I was like, wow, this is closer than the last one, so let me document that. Anyways, they added shelves to Minecraft, which I was really excited about, and not everybody else was excited about it, but I was really excited. So I put those up, changed the painting there to one of the new ones, which is a little dude on a horse. You can see he's galloping along. It's pretty cool. But I just put some flowers on there as like an arrangement. The same flowers we have matching the base. And then I finally crafted chiseled bookshelves for the first time. So I got all enchanted. These are all enchantment books. I didn't change anything here on the original bedroom. Oh, I was wondering where that music was coming from. I keep getting spam calls. It's actually been really bad recently. But anyways, we got all the dogs and cats. I'm pretty sure we got the wolf armor on stream. These are just the same shulkers that were here before. But you can see I have a copper golem around here somewhere. But there's a good chance he took a nasty trip to the nether because I haven't seen him in a while. There were two. And now, yeah, they're both gone. That's crazy. Anyways, I had 2 copper golems, but they're gone now. That's a little morbid. But, anywho, we're going to, yeah, I think that's it for here. So we're just going to sleep, I guess. Nothing's different in here. I had the copper golems running around, but they, like I said, I forgot about the nether portal. So they're in hell right now. It's not a big deal. So we're going to sleep, and then I'll give you a quick tour of the base and show you what I'm currently working on. The reason I'm popping in the first place is just because I don't want to do too much work, and then everybody hit me with the, you're cheating with creative mode. I'm not, okay. Emmy has watched me play many of nights, and one of the things you see right off the bat is the new landscaping there. I've just grinded away at this. I don't do creative mode. Everybody knows that from the streams. You guys have watched me chip away at things by hand. I don't use commands, anything. You know, everything's legit. Yeah, you can see difficulty's locked. I don't know how else I can really show besides like maybe, I don't know, open a LAN. Oh, you can see that that's all turned off. Anyways, no creative mode. So yeah, one of the first things right off the bat is trees lining the entryway, making it much more grand. And now we have cherry trees on both sides of these buildings. And I don't know if I've shown off the upgraded museum, but I redid the outside to match this. I'm pretty sure I've shown that off, but the museum has... I finally started working on that. It's not really bare in there anymore. The top floor is pretty much done, so the bottom floor is all that's left. And probably the biggest change that I can point out other than that is the bee farm is now here instead of there. So why did I move it? Well, this would take up this space much better. I've always said in streams how I need to switch the music over. We're still on the intro music, my bad. Let's go with sure. Oh my goodness, that's loud. Okay, maybe let's try this one. Yeah, this one's fine. This is a classic for the streams. I always wanted this to be like a flowery, pretty park with flowers and stuff, and I was like, well, I had the little tiny flower farm back there behind the bee barn. I call it the bee barn, bee shed, whatever. And I just decided, oh, look, better here. Just kind of out of the way, where they can chill. And I don't think I showed this off, but I redid the zombie pit. I just decorated it with some nether brick and some lava. Not a final design, just wanted the opposite version of the skeleton spawner over there. But yeah, that's what's there. Flowers, some custom trees that I built. The only custom tree I have ever built, really. But yeah, everything looks good there. The mobs, sheep are red right now for the carpets in the museum and some banners. Nothing else has changed besides this. The old tree farm, I renovated everything, flattened it out, and actually put up a regular tree farm, which I like a lot more. So now we can go take a look at, oh, this over here. This is one of the only new things that I've actually built, like a structure. It's just a small plot because I've had a sign up in my house for a long time that said to make a place to plant all these crops that don't fit in the farm. Well, I came up with this design as kind of like an open, what do you want to call this? Like a little food plot or something? I don't know. Raised beds with different crops that grow awkwardly. Of course, I have the bamboo over there. They're more for decoration. This is where I can actually harvest them. Finally have a place to put my chorus fruit, which I have not had in the base for years. Cocoa beans, and I need to actually... Oh, I just used up my torch flower seeds to breed the sniffers, but this is where I'll be growing them, so I removed them from that farm, and the berry bushes as well. I've got lanterns hanging from the tree to light it up at night. It actually looks pretty nice. I tried adding the leaves around the base of the tree, and it does not work very well. Oh, one other minor thing is the center fountain now has the lodestone on top of it instead of the museum. I tried putting this at the top of the tower right there, but this just looks better here in the center. So this building is halfway done, the villager trading hall. You can see I finally finished putting in the bookshelves, and so to fill in this ugly space I just made it a library. I really like it. I think it just fills it out and it looks really nice. So we have a local library. We got Mr. Mending. This is a new villager I just got because I needed a new trial explorer map. I've never seen a Taiga village map before, but those are there too. And I bought a new Woodland Explorer map, even though I already have one. So I just put him in there, I think 2 or 3 days ago. Went to the new trial chamber, and I'll talk about that more in a minute. Nothing is up here yet, so once downstairs is fully set up, we will set up the upstairs floor. And I have a design that has to do with emeralds to make it look a little nicer up there. But yeah, this looks really nice, and it's coming together pretty well. So yeah, let's take a pop and a peek over this way to the museum. Oh, also the bee barn is still 1-to-1 with the original. It is built block for block the same. I literally just took the materials there and moved them over here. So Nothing new there besides the flowers are now stored out in the open, and it's cool seeing bees fly everywhere instead of just around, you know, whatever, you remember how it is. This other portal is because I needed to do something in regards to the museum. I will talk about that when we go to the museum. Ugh, gosh, excuse me. I'm so tired. I'll explain this in a minute. I don't want to spoil the surprise. But I'm sure a lot of you probably have a pretty good idea because of the water. Because I already have another portal in my basement. So let's just pop into the museum where not a lot has changed down here. The only new thing that I've added exhibit-wise is I think I swapped all this crap around. I added all the chiseled blocks. I collected them. So this is all the chiseled variants of blocks besides stone brick. So these are all the ones that resemble something in Minecraft. So for example, creeper face, the wither, this is my favorite. It's debated if this is a guardian eye or if this is a shulker. I can see both. I see the shulker in the middle and the two shells, but I also see the eye of the elder guardian. The wither skull. This one's really cool. The creaking. The warden. A lot of people are confused, but this is the beta design of the warden when it was called the hollowed. This is the like breeze ball thing. It's the flow pattern from the trial chamber, so it has to do with the breeze, and the piglin snout from the nether bastion. I put a jukebox here so we can actually listen to music. I finally collected Chicken Jockey's lava chicken disc, and I added some of the discs that I haven't had in here before. I need to start a new one because I don't have all the discs up right now. This isn't the final place. These are just out of the way. I need to put the new pottery shards up as well, but nothing else has changed down here. And nothing has changed in the basement. You know, eventually this will be a, you know, an extension to the museum, but we got to fill in the top and bottom before we can start on the basement. But up here is the brand new second floor, which was a mess last time I left it. It wasn't organized. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But a quick tour of the place. We can start with the first batch of copper golems that I have right here. I just found out about the statues the other day, so I finally let them oxidize, and I got a regular one and an oxidized copper golem. These are both wax, so they'll be preserved in that. These pots are straight from the trial chamber. So this one is the one with the, I believe that's called Guster. Oh. I honestly didn't know you could put stuff in these. Is it? What? That was really cool. I guess it makes sense. I've just never done it myself. Oh, I forgot. I have to put these backwards because the design's on the backside for whatever reason. So I gotta... so I believe that's Guster, that's Scrape, and then over here you have Guster again and Flow. But anyways, they're really cool. Random guy, I thought you died or something. Yeah, kind of. Like I said, I don't want to turn this into like an update thing. I'm fine. I've just been working a lot and really busy. And there's an update I've been meaning to share with everybody forever, but I want to make a video about that. You know, it's actually a pretty important life thing, and that's where a lot of my time has gone. But like I said, I don't want that to be a live stream thing. I want to like make a video about that, even though the thing occurred in July, and it's been a while. I still want to save. I want to make it a special video, so then you guys will actually understand what's been going on. But you know, everything's fine. I've just been really busy. This is where I'm going to put or at least temporarily put the Explorer map. So that's the trial chamber, the new one. I still have the old one from the stream forever ago. This is the new Wooden Explorer map. I'll put the other ones on there. So if we go this way, I finally made a freaking set of armor for copper. Got the chainmail. I think I might do item frames or like a shelf here and here and actually put the tools corresponding with the thing. But I don't want to make netherite tools again that I'm just going to display. So I don't know. So you got copper, chainmail, and iron armor. I did not put leather on display because it's not armor, it is leather clothing. And on this side, with the low tier stuff, we have the raw copper, raw iron, and raw gold on pedestals. which I think look really nice. And on this side we have waxed copper, iron, gold, with gold armor, diamond armor, and of course I have not got around to making a set of netherite armor, and you'll see why in a minute. And then above these I actually have the banner. I've collected all but one banner patterns, and that's where the trial chamber comes in. Got the creeper from a creeper head, skull and bones from wither, the piglin snout is from the bastion, guster is from the trial chamber, which I just got. And then we got the ominous banner, and this is the big one right here. This is the Mojang one from an enchanted golden apple, which I have quite a few of. The glow pattern is from my cartographer, so it served two purposes. That's why I have a cartographer now. And the end city banner, which is from an end city. I did go and grab a whole bunch of those. I'm spoiling stuff. Over here we have this one, which I forget. These are some of the craftable ones. The brick one is from a brick. That's from an oxidaisy, I believe. But this one I can't remember. Somebody can correct me or whatever. But that's a craftable one, I believe. And then the last banner that will go here is Flow, which looks like this. I just can't get it because you only get it from an Ominous Vault, and I only got heavy cores and stuff like that. Not complaining, but yeah, I still haven't gotten it. And then finally I have our really rare blocks, sort of. Diamond, Emerald, which has grown on me a lot. Ancient Debris itself. And this is why I don't have a set of netherite over there. I made a netherite block, finally. My nether is really messed up at the bottom. It's just tunnels. And I even tried bed mining, and that's where I got the last little bit for this. But I just can't believe that I spent the time to do this. I couldn't imagine making a netherite beacon. I don't want to do that. I don't think it would look good anyways, in my opinion. But I'm not against getting one more block of netherite, just to have one on our beacon in the world for display. But for now, I do have one. So, and then in the middle, I didn't know where to put this. Like I said, the trial chamber coughed up an extra one of these. This is the heavy core. I don't know if it'll have an alternate crafting recipe in the future, but it looks cool as a block. I thought it was an item for some reason. I didn't know you could place it down. I was just like, what? No way. So I put it there. And finally over here, as far as items go, we have all of the skulls, which have been updated. Creeper, zombie skeleton, wither skeleton, and this is the purpose for the nether portal. I got the piglin head, finally. Actually, I just remembered something. I'm pretty sure if you wear this, the ears flap, right? Please tell me. Yes! That is so awesome. I just wanted to try that out. So, I got the piglin head. I didn't look up any freaking guides, okay? I like doing things until I just simply can't. So, I built that contraption out there, used water to flow a creeper into the nether, went through my portal, led him down to a piglet in a boat, and got it that way. And we have the dragon head, which, I have several of. I do need to put a beacon block in here as well. I think putting a beacon just by itself or another star. I have several of each. I have tons of beacons just from how many freaking wither skeleton skulls I have. Anyways, I'm yapping. What do you think about the Mario 2 trailer? I think it looks interesting. I think Galaxy, going as far as Galaxy is kind of a stretch. I was hoping the second movie, because the Yoshi teaser was going to be like Dinosaur Land, like Mario World, like just explore a completely crazy different area, but I'm okay with Galaxy. I just don't like that. I think Nintendo is just really like, hey, we'll sell them Galaxy and Galaxy movie tickets all at once. Haha. That's kind of what it comes off. I'm sure the movie will be fine. Everybody's hating on Bowser Jr. The only thing I don't like is his eyes. Other than that, I kind of figured if Bowser was going to basically be captive, I think it was pretty predictable that Bowser Jr. was going to go get it. So do I like it? Yeah, I think it's okay. I did expect more though, but I'm sure other trailer, this is more for Galaxy fans. Would that look good? Sort of, but I'm gonna say no for now. I'm sure the Galaxy fans that have been whining for the games to come back in the movie and this are just eating right now, so it's cool for them. What did you think though? I'm gonna give it a it's all right. I think meh would be doing it a disservice. This is the final thing that I've done is I finally made a new map wall. I had one in the old base here a long time ago. It's not done. I have the maps to finish it. I'm not doing it until I get one more freaking glow ink sack because I ran out. So I'm really mad about that. So that's when I'll do the last. This is in the regular scale, so I did want to zoom these out one more, but this actually fits almost all of the base pretty perfectly. Once we include that, it'll cover the top well, and then once the only thing that's left out is a secret structure that would be literally right here on the map. And I don't think I've shown that off in stream before. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but there is a little secret structure off to the right there. It is a house that is attached to this base, the old base, but I think it looks really good. I didn't play in the scale or anything. It just looks really nice. So you got the base there, the dragon egg there. I have plans for renovating that still because it's not done. You can see in the back. Still need to finish it. Yeah, everything's here. The circular structure, all this will be removed. Yada yada yada. I'm so tired. But yeah, everything looks pretty good. The beacon looks awesome on there as well. And yeah, the only thing I have to do is actually update this map here, which you can see. Can I update it? Oh wait, I need to go this way. My bad. As you can see, it just updated in the corner. I just cleared out this corner today, and you can actually see where I carved that out. Or not today, sorry, last night. And plans for building up the seawall. It's hard. I'm not really into the Mario type, or I'm not really a Mario type guy, so there's a lot of details I don't really notice. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Mario fanboy. I don't really care for the recent Mario games. But I grew up with Mario, so there's some nostalgia there, I guess. But I definitely have been enjoying and eating better with the Sonic franchise here recently. So, man, this map is really actually quite out of date. Because, no, we want to update that one, I think. No, where? I'm so confused with my own world. What am I doing? Hello? I actually have no idea. I need to grab this one. I don't know why I'm bothering to update this right now, because obviously when the base is complete, that's when I'll update it entirely. These maps are only like a couple days to a week old. I have no idea. I'm going this way just so we can actually add in our there it is. It updated. There it is. Okay, you can see the food plot or whatever, the little garden is now on the map. So we're good to go there. Well, so anyways, like I was saying, I've been eating better with the Sonic franchise. Just a lot more cool stuff coming out there. So I've been enjoying that a lot more. All right, there we go. So now all of these structures are on there. So that looks really nice. Like I said, I mapped this out with Elytra, and it looks pretty cool. Now that the sun has come up and we're not going to get attacked by phantoms, that is the museum. So, yeah. Now we're on the same page, I think, mostly. I don't know. The only other thing really there is to talk about, besides this really awesome path that I built. I mean, look how cool this is. I've spent so many hours in this, just chipping away at it. The seaboard. I call it like the seawall. It's not a sea, but the conduit area here. I'm extending it. It's going to wrap around this way. I'm working on this side, so like I said last night, I cleared out this hill, the trees, everything. We're going to cut the channel down through here, and it'll sync up with the water over here. We'll build a little retaining wall, and everything's gonna look really nice. And that it will finish the that would be 3/4 of the base done, pretty much. For the front, I have this stacked up so that I can actually oversee everything, and I'll actually kind of show you what my plan is. Like I said, the ultimate goal for this base is to get to the point where it's no longer the Renovating Your Survival World series. It'll just be the original Minecraft world. We're still quite a ways away from that happening, but I mean, just look how much this... Go back to the first stream I did on this YouTube channel, where I'm playing on this world and I do a tour. This is so empty. There's nothing built here. There was nothing but this tower and that farm. That's it. There is nothing. So this looks just phenomenal. So you can kind of see where that water is gonna... It's gonna just... Right there. That's it. This path will come around, link up to that, and this will be the first city block. There'll be like city blocks basically. So you have one here, here, there, there, pretty much. So the plan to finish off the front of the base, to finish this area that I'm in here, I'm going to have one more big structure here and here. So there will be 2 buildings in this plot of land, because there's so much here. This is getting demolished. It's a super old build, and there will just be a slightly smaller structure from that built here and that here. I'm not sure what those are yet. They might be some sort of automated farm, or just if a new Minecraft update comes out and I need a new structure to house a new game mechanic or something. Anyways, you know, these city blocks will be filled out. The trees will come all the way down the side. It's going to look great. It'll fill it in, and these will be facing the front of the base. So 2 more structures here and there, plenty of landscaping and paths connecting everything, and that will be it. That will complete everything, besides one more thing that I want to build. I should probably just hop over to the trading hall so you guys can actually get a better view of what I'm talking about. To finish off the front of the base, we have this right here above the conduit area, and I want that to be a multi-tiered retaining wall with flowers. It's going to be a giant, beautiful, colorful edge to the base. I almost put a nether portal up there, so I have a publicly displayed nether portal. I'm not sure. I don't know. I do want this to be really pretty, and it'll just kind of trail off into the forest towards the stronghold. If you guys have watched for a while, you can actually see that hill is where the stronghold's located, and that's it. So yeah, that pretty much is where I'm at. What's this say? The Mario games I've ever played are Wii and 2014-11. Can you believe that they have not re-released like New Super Mario Bros. Wii? Like, why is there not a deluxe version of that? That's like everybody's favorite New Super game. My favorite's New Super Mario DS, but New Super Wii, yeah, I would buy that. I did not buy the deluxe version of Wii U or anything like that, but I don't know. It's just like, man, it's like the oldest game. They won't bring it back. So yeah, that will be how that ends. I like having this structure. I like having these 2 like mountains on both sides. I really am thinking about putting a beacon there and there, but I think that's overkill. So I think just making sure that I landscape everything down and get everything tightened up. You can just, I think everybody can envision it now. So we have a end goal in sight for the base, and we're getting fairly close. I would say the base is definitely over halfway complete. I don't know if I've ever shared. I'm sure I have. There's so many hours worth of streams in this world renovating it live, but man, look at that view. It's filled out so much. I'm just so happy with it. Oh, there's one house upgrade I need to show off next, but the final thing that will ever be renovated as a part of the okay, I just fell off. I'll show you down here. I added flower beds to my base. I've always had plants around, but I just, out of nowhere, I was like, why don't I do this? I think this looks awesome. The coarse dirt all the way around. I added ferns from the tiger over there, Everything else is the same. And I used the shelf block. This is just what popped into my mind, were like the idea of the pedestals, which you saw in the museum, but they might make for really nice planters, so finally have something to go around the mini towers here. I've always wanted to make a wizard tower for like brewing and enchanting, but it just doesn't do any good because I already have these little towers that cover those. Man, it's a thunderstorm. It looks like it's not just like nighttime, it's like a thunderstorm because the sky is black. But the last thing that gets renovated once it's all said and done, originally it was going to be the dragon monument, but that's been done, you know, like built. Look how cool that looks. I am redoing an aspect of this. I'm redoing the retaining walls and making everything circular to match with the circular structure on top. That's a minor fix. That will be the last thing, and that will finish that structure off for sure. Once I finish decorating everything, you know, filling in spots, once the front of the base is done, once I build over here, and I want to kind of have like a beach scene going on over here, like a lake type thing. Once all that's done and all of this mountain is cleared away, the final structure that will be built as a part of the renovating series, not counting, you know, I can still build new stuff, but renovating and adding to the base, the final thing will be that infamous statue so many people have pointed out. What is that? What did you build over there that's below? That is a unfinished, because I never got around to it when I was a kid. Like I said, this is my OG Minecraft world, my old base. I wanted to make a statue of my skin, and you can see that it's the same blue jeans from back then. If I take this off, you can see. So the big plan is to finally build that. I've never built a giant statue of myself. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you know, ego much, but that's not the point. It's everybody built like a skin of themselves, so having a giant me to just symbolize completion is the goal. I don't know if it's going to be in color like that, or if I'm going to build a stone version of myself. I started watching Dragon Ball like 2 weeks ago. I'm on episode 52. Are you watching Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z? For when Emmy watched it, we started on Dragon Ball Kai, just so she just got straight in the action. But if you start with Dragon Ball, then kudos to you, because not very many people do that. And they just miss so much, so many references later in the series. So, Dragon Ball, awesome. Well, proud streamer moment, I guess. I'm happy to hear that. And when you watch Z, I would recommend you just watch Dragon Ball Kai. The dub is just more accurate instead of the slop that we got in OG Dragon Ball Z. So Dragon Ball Kai is just way better, cut and dry, and the voice acting's a lot better. But I hope you're enjoying your watch, because it's really classic. Yeah, so the last things that we're going to do is just kind of fill in those front two spaces. Really, as always, the most lacking part of the base is the left side. I think the bee farm move made a big impact on making things look a lot better. But that still, you know, leaves a lot to be desired because of the mountain and this blind spot right here. I thought about moving that structure to there, the alchemy garden. I really want to play with my channeling trident right now, but I'm not going to do it. But yeah, I don't know. There's a couple things I want to build up here, but other than that, I'm waiting just for, man, lightning struck right there. I shouldn't be surprised because of the, whoa, seriously? At the same time? What? That's so cool. It's on fire. Yeah, so anyways, you know, the new Minecraft updates will come out, and we'll still keep adding to this base. You know, it won't be done, but, you know, look how far things have come. Oh, another thing I forgot to add. I built this retaining wall. I like it. It's 2 blocks tall, cobblestone, and it just divides the untouched forest, which I'm never removing this forest. I don't plan on it. I think it looks really nice. And I added a waterfall, just dug 1 block, poured it. It looked really nice, and I added a pond. I've been crying about wanting a pond forever, so I think it looks nice. And it fills in that spot back there really, really well. But yeah, like I said, last thing will be that statue of myself. It may not be quite that tall, but it'll be just big, and I'm gonna probably, it'll be finished. It'll look awesome. It'll be really cool, lights and everything. Man, I should probably sleep. Okay, the sun is going down. But yeah, I think that covers it. So there's a lot of other things. I don't know if I've really okay. I'm like stumbling over my words, but to keep things cut and dry for everybody, there is another base set up in this world. It is the ocean base, and I think we've all been there once. It's been a long time since I've been there, so we can go visit it really quickly and take a look. I don't know if I've really changed anything in here. I added this. I don't. That goes to the stronghold. That's what we're gonna work on for the rest of this stream, FYI. So there's that. Okay, get in my mahogany boat. Whee! I'm pretty much planning on getting rid of boat travel in my nether base because I don't like it. It's really ugly. I'm not sure though. So this is the nether fortress, which I fortified to make pretty much a wither killing. I need to get rid of this. I don't know why I built this. This was to protect myself from mobs way back in the day, but it's just a waste of nether brick. But yeah, this is my nether fortress. I cleared it. It's inside of a mountain and blah blah blah. So if we go through here, this connects me to my ocean base, and this is all 1.13 generated in 1.13. It definitely fits the time. I came out here and updated this a little bit recently, but it's still been a while. But yeah, I'm planning on redoing this whole area next. That will kind of be the sequel series, is renovating my 1.13 base, but it's still a part of the original world. So we're just a couple of hundred blocks, maybe about 1,000 blocks away. So we got, this is just all 1.13 everything. You can actually see the hard border. I've shared this before, I'm pretty sure, but I want to add just stuff this base is lacking. It has a temporary farm, temporary nether portal, horses, but yeah, I just redid the house. This was a part of the original base that I built out here. It was just like the anti-drowned base, basically. But the ultimate goal for this area is, you can actually see these chunks. You can see where the 1.13 starts there and over there. So this is still right here, 1.8, 1.8, I believe, 1.8 terrain when I came out here. So anyways, regardless, I want to build a giant underwater base because this is deep ocean, I believe. Yeah, deep ocean. Big glass domes connecting everything with a conduit. And you can see I've already worked down here some, clearing it. It's going to be flattened for that base. That's like the ultimate goal. I am so excited to do that. But for now, I built this tower as a really cool, it's like the pirate version of my house at home. It's just small, and it's designed to be like the crow nest on a pirate ship. And I added these sails. This was the one thing I've wanted to add to it forever, and I finally did. So, I'm just so happy about it. I'm going to change the music up because I'm sure everybody's getting a little tired of it. So, what is this? It's a little too action-packed for my liking. But SA2 for the win, right? Actually, where's that? There we go. I'm gonna play this probably for the rest of the stream. it's a vibe, okay? But yeah, this is going to be the big ocean area, and I hope you guys like this music. I think it's pretty snazzy. But yeah, I like this pirate theme, and I think what I'm going to do is have it go completely underground, and it's going to turn into like an aquatic base. And I've got water flowing through. I think it just looks so nice in here. It looks a lot better than the original. Like I said, I'm pretty sure we showed that off in a stream a long time ago. But it's just like a crow's nest. And I had these little windows. I think it's really cool, like little portholes. I'm going to add on to it. I just don't come out here much, but I want to completely redo this so that this is just a really cool place to come relax by the ocean and fish. So I'm thinking big piers and docks, and I want to build a pirate ship at some point, and why wouldn't I build it here? And it's so fun out here. I have so many memories on an island over there fishing in 1.13 and trying to get drowned for a trident. But I'm going to just redo all this. It's going to go underground into a tunnel, and it's going to go straight out and then this way, and it's going to have a giant dome, and it's just going to continue all the way out through there, and it's just going to look awesome. And then it'll split off and also go this way, and there'll be more of the base. And it's just, I think it's going to be so cool. And then another thing I really want to build is a guardian farm. I've never got to drain an ocean monument. Why wouldn't I do it now? So yeah, everything out here is pretty much remained the same, but this will basically serve as the sequel series, is basically straining myself out here until I make an awesome base. So that'll be the sequel. And then I have another thing that I want to build. I want to build a Wild West section of the world at some point. You guys probably know what I'm talking about from past streams, but redo all this, get a beacon out here. You know, this base needs its own beacon. Is that... I didn't know we had snowy mountains over there. Interesting. But yeah, I want to just completely redo this, you know, flatten a little bit of this out. Most of this will just remain as it is, untouched. Just carve some paths through the woods. And like I said, build a big pirate ship out there based off of the sunken shipwrecks. And I think this is awesome. I think it's cool. Like I said, I forgot that I touched up this house a while back, and I just think it looks awesome. How many times am I going to mention it looks awesome? I don't know. But, you know, we need to set up another portal area. I'm thinking somewhere in this ravine or something, but it's a fun build. It's got a lot of nostalgia associated with it as well. And like I said, you can see the hard border there of the old ocean meeting the new. I want to just make it really special and really unique. Definitely a forever world type of extension, you know, just giving myself something new to do. Other than that, you know, I've got a horsey out here. Doesn't have a name. We'll call him or her horse reaction, butterscotch or something cute. I don't know. Butterscotch, the horse. Anywho, I really like the sail design, and I am hoping that I'm just gonna basically make a pirate version of my base, but out here, and really cool, a lot of water features. And this landmass here has just like untapped potential. I want the base to take up this island. That's why I want to leave that alone. I just kind of want paths to come over here. Big pirate hideout, pretty much, you know. Like I have conquered this land mass. It's a little one. It's surrounded by ocean on all sides. So there's not much here. What you're seeing is like the whole area, probably the same size as my base at home. I think it's just going to be so cool. So this is just the starter house, right? And it will end up being attached to the aquatic base. And I'm just so excited. I'm so excited. So you guys can let me know what you think about that. But expanding this is absolutely on the to-do list. That's what's going to happen next. This series actually might, you know, go at the same time as the other one. I'm not sure. There's just times where I feel inspired to work on that. But let's go ahead back to the super survival base. I'm pretty sure I don't have a name for my base, but that's pretty much what it is. It's the name of this world is Super Survival World, and that's pretty much probably what I'm going to call as the super survival base. Every base needs a name, right? Besides just being my base. I don't know. Still got some stuff left over in here from the new updates, specifically this one. I'm going to take this home. I need to get this out of the nether so bad. It's been here forever. And we'll come back to the nether in just a moment, because like I said, I've got to go to the stronghold. I have the stronghold linked up via another portal now. So there's that. I want to do something with the Spore Blossom. I just don't know where to put it. I think I will take some of these out and actually go put those in that pond, though. But yeah, I see we have viewers just coming and going, so it's a perfectly chill stream for that type of, for this type of rainy day that we're having here, I guess. So we're gonna go see if I can put these. This is the big drip leaf, right? Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can just put a couple in here. It's 1 block deep, so okay, I can't. Unless these can only be placed on like, what is it? Oh. Maybe they can't be in the water. I was gonna say maybe on clay blocks, but okay, that's weird. Okay, we'll forget that. I might place 1 or 2 over here. They're gonna get super large though, so I'm not sure. Can I change the orientation of these when I place them? Yeah. Oh wow, that's pretty quick. Maybe I'll go stick some over that way. I don't know. I just wanted to plant them because I've never did that to my base. But I am getting around by elytra hopping or elytra skipping because I'm low on rockets. But I've been mostly getting around this way. You just get it going like after 2 or 3 hops. I mean, I just start going pretty good. So let's see. I can't place one in the deep water, but and you can't there. You can't. I guess we'll find somewhere to put them, but I've got a little bit of gunpowder on me. I have gunpowder stashed away in several places. I've just been out of paper because I used all my paper to make books to finish off the library behind me, which I finished off literally last night. So that explains that. You should make a sniffer farm. I already have one. It's never in it's never in the render distance. We will be going over there in just a second though, so I just breed spider jockey. Did you see that? I killed him. Of course I did. I don't know why I pointed out the obvious, but this barn is a super nostalgic build. It's one of the first things I did on stream. There they are. There's my new snifflet. I breeded them for the first time yesterday, and I did not realize the snifflet hatched. Super cute, but my sniffers are here. I've got 3. I plan on breeding them at least 1 more time. They don't serve enough of a purpose right now, but I think sniffers are really cool. I just wish there was more flowers for them to dig up. So, I would want to breed them up and have a whole bunch. Well, at least my sugar cane finally just popped back in. Also, I got these stupid copper chests on me. I don't really care for them. Put those in there. Now, I'm not looking forward to it, but it has to happen. Before I finish up the base, I have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Get rid of all the chest monsters. They're just so bad. My base is not as bad as a lot of other people's. It has like only a couple chests. There's a couple locations, specifically at the Dragon Egg Monument and a couple by the Skeleton Monument. Those are probably the worst ones in my whole world. Some of them are nostalgic though. It's hard to get rid of them because those chests have been there for so long, but they are unsightly for sure. I do like having a couple chests dotted around the base because, it makes having certain materials readily available handy and easy to do. But I don't know. I think what I might do is build these little like shacks, like, you know, the type of thing you see like at a You Are Here map, like if you're on a trail or at a mall, and they have the little like housings built over them. I think like one of those with a stack of chests would actually be a really cool thing to build. All right, so we got a couple rockets to get around on for now. But let's go empty out our inventory, and we're going to head over to the stronghold and spend probably the remainder of the stream there. Okay, that's where it went. Trying to downsize a little bit where possible. There's another sniffer egg. That's going in the museum, though. I need to put the candle somewhere. I've never used candles in Minecraft. They should make sniffer milk. You know, speaking of milk. Okay, that's a really weird way to start a sentence, but speaking of milk and mobs that can be milked in Minecraft, I need to get a mushroom over here. I forget where the nearest mushroom shore is. One of the advancements that one of the ones that everybody struggles to get that I just have. Because I've explored so much of this world is this one, Adventuring Time. Every time a new update comes out, I go and explore the new biome, and I get it again. So I've explored everything, and a lot of the biomes in Minecraft I have right around my base. The only ones that are hard for me to find are deserts and Badlands, which you can see I tracked one down that's actually close. 2,000 blocks away, I think. Anyways, I've just never had a problem exploring, but I don't know where the nearest mushroom shore is, so I need to get one over here. And now that they have all the new warm mob variants, where's the rest of those books at? I thought whatever, it's going in here. There should be more food in the basement. I just want to get my inventory gutted. Because like I said, we're going to go to the stronghold and build there for the next, we've been streaming for about an hour, or maybe like 20, 30 minutes. We'll call the stream at that. You know, like I said, I don't want this to be a long one, because I know a lot of people aren't going to watch it. Live streams don't really show up on the YouTube homepage. It's not like, hey, you missed this live stream, here's the VOD so you can watch it. You know, that never really happens. What is this unknown map? Oh, it's just a really old map. Let's see. Oh, there we go. I need that. Do I have any in these? Nope. No. No? I guess? Question mark? One of these is emptier than the rest. And it's not that one. Oh. I guess that one. There's the books. Ugh. I'm so silly. Silly Ceci. Anyways, we're gonna load this up with some stone. Because I want to go try to finish up some stuff at the stronghold, which I've been meaning to do for a long time. I'm sure some of you might remember some of my past streams where I've just been like, oh, you know, I need to finish up the stronghold. I tried to renovate it and everything went to crap. Also I have this this is one of the OG maps. It's just of the tower, and it's in a like 2x scale or whatever. Anyways, I was gonna fly to the stronghold. It's close, right? But I'll show the nether way. I'll show the new thing that I built, just to put it out there. Be transparent with everybody. I do really need to remember about that mushroom, though. I'm glad you mentioned milkable mobs, because you can milk the mushroom for stew. So when you come down here, this is just above a lava lake. So if I mine this, we're down on the lava shore down below. I built this almost like you're entering into a stronghold. See, it's like stronghold-like structure. I built this as a big box. So this is work in progress. This is Gonna redo all of this pretty much, but there will be lava flowing out and mossy bricks. It's gonna look like, you know, like it leads straight into the stronghold. But basically what I'm gonna do is I've been building up. I started this last night. Oh, what's that? I'll show you later. Actually, I'll show you in a minute. I'm building up this room, have a big spawn area with the nether portal in the center and stairs that lead up to the surface so you can travel around. You can see I carved out all of this by hand with a beacon. Some of the beacon stuff actually still might be... No, I took it home, but yeah, this is a lot of materials I carved out some time ago. But you can see, you know, I carved all of this out trying to make some really epic stronghold base build, but it just didn't work. There's some of the actual stronghold right there peeking out, but yep, I just decided to go back with the OG structure in here. But the only difference is no mossy or cracked bricks. I wanted it like I freshened it up, but I'm not sure. I might go back and put the moss back in. Anyways, if you fly here, I added this shaft in, and it'll go straight to the surface, and you'll just be able to elytra drop in and go straight in if you want to avoid going through the actual temple to go to the end. Which, if Emmy's still watching, she has not been to the end, so don't really want to go in there and spoil it, because we still have not finished our Minecraft world. Maybe one day, maybe. Do you think they're going to make a Secret of the Mimic DLC? Gosh, I hope so, but I don't think so. I don't know if like the reviews aren't what Steel will want it. I don't know what happened with Secret of the Mimic. I was so excited for that game, but oh my gosh, I might have possibly had the buggiest experience out of anybody. Like I said, both the last two FNAF releases, Into the Pit and Secret of the Mimic, I have recorded and they are on my hard drive. And I haven't uploaded them because Secret of the Pit, or Secret of the Pit, Into the Pit is just not a very, like, on-edge game. It's not supposed to be a scary game. It's just, you know, you're experiencing, you know, a point-and-click type of adventure. And I think Into the Pit's a really, really good game. And I can't wait for them to do another one of the books in game form. But for now, I just don't think there's enough value in my reactions and stuff. I got the best endings, you know, I got the achievement for that, and I got all the different endings of the game, and tripped a billion times and did all these things. But it's just, it doesn't make for a good, entertaining YouTube video. If anything, it just serves as proof that I played through the game. Secret of the Mimic was so buggy. I think, if anything, if I post clips from Secret of the Mimic, it would be the fact that it would just be funny moments put into YouTube Shorts. Because, like I said, this is one of the few times, usually I can look past a game's flaws if it's really good. But Secret of the Mimic was so buggy for me that it made my experience pretty sour. And I also don't like what it's doing to the FNAF lore. I actually really hate it. I like the little like cameos of William Afton early on, you know, being a little manipulative. But I don't know. I don't like what it's doing to the lore. I thought it was going to be a really cool way to like talk about like the past and how maybe the animatronics came about and this and that. But what we got was just, it confused a lot of people. It still is confusing a lot of people. But I don't know. I don't like what it did to the lore. I don't like. This dude was making like he was making like super futuristic robots that just don't line up with what we have now. And I don't know, I really hate that we're like going like, we're going too sci-fi. Like, I don't mind sci-fi FNAF, you know, like Sister Location and stuff, if it makes sense, which Scott's done a good job at explaining how those animatronics work in with the lore, and that these futuristic capabilities still, you know, fit in and help make sense of the lore and how things were put into motion. But I don't know, I don't hate the idea of the Mimic existing since like the 70s. I do hate the idea that the Mimic is all these different things and is like kind of becoming a sympathetic villain. I think it's a good way to remove somebody like William Afton from it and just have an unhinged, robot killing machine. Anyways, that was kind of a tangent. I think Secret of the Mimic missed the mark for me. Personally. No, we do not want. I am here. I'm trying to see. Shoot. So we got this pretty much mined out. So we can move the nether portal to the center. We can build a roof and whatnot. But this, at the top, I'm going to build ruins. I don't think I'm going to get to that today, but that is my ultimate plan, is to have stronghold ruins at the top. The idea of a society being down here is really cool for lord building. I don't know. I'm really excited for the FNAF 2 movie to wrap up the FNAF conversation. I like all the new merchandise that's coming out. It's been really cool. Those new Jazzwares figures have been cool. I don't really collect FNAF figures, but I did pick some of those up because I've seen so many people talking about how cool and nostalgic they feel. So I did actually pick up I think a Toy Freddy and a Toy Bonnie or something like that. But yeah, I'm excited for the movie. I hope. I just rewatched the first FNAF movie the other evening with some family, and I kind of realized how, frankly, boring the first one is. It's a good first watch, but I think every time I watch the movie after, it's really boring. I'm sure a lot of people might understand what I'm talking about. It's just there's not much substance. It's a lot of waiting around and like when the animatronics are on screen, they're just standing around, like slowly moving their eyes and blinking and moving their eyebrows, and I don't know. It's kind of a boring watch after you watch it once. And I hope we stick closer to like a night by night format would be really cool. I want to see him survive Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, come on. A lot of missed potential with the first movie, but it doesn't make the first movie bad. It's just a little boring in my opinion. But yeah, I'm excited for that. I don't know what they're planning with the games. I don't know when we'll see Security Breach 2 or anything like that, but I'm mostly excited for the movie, I guess. If the movie's really good, that'll be fine by me. I wish we got more for the anniversary. I'm still not convinced that Steel Wool is the right company to be leading the reins of the franchise. I think they care about the series. I think they're not good at making non-VR games. I think a lot of people will agree with that. But speaking of lore that's not FNAF, I've been really interested in the FNAF lore. I've been listening to a lot of Minecraft lore videos while building. I do that every once in a while. But I'm very fascinated with the lore of Minecraft. Obviously, the lore of Minecraft is hidden because you're meant, and this is stated by developers, you're meant to build your own lore. What happened in your world? What happened in the civilization? Build your own ruins. Connect the dots that way. But there is still like an underlying story in Minecraft that's meant to be followed. Everybody can have their own theories, but obviously there was some sort of ancient race of builders, and they were wiped out a long time ago, and whatnot. Everybody connects the dots in different ways. I have my own way of connecting the dots. I agree with quite a few theories, and I don't agree with a lot of others, but I think Minecraft lore's been keeping me very invested into the 2-week Minecraft phase, because it helps you build when you think about the lore of Minecraft, and adding on to your ruins, and my base came about built upon an area where the ancient builders might have had a base before or something. I think I don't want to build in a bunch of lore. A lot of my base is simply just my original Minecraft base. My base is a nostalgia build. That's why it doesn't have any crazy. There we go. We built to the surface. Yay! That's awesome. That's why I don't have any like crazy lore or anything. Is this? It's a nostalgia project. That's why it's called Renovating my original survival world in the first place. But oh, I did have a. That's the other staircase. So this is the staircase here now. So I'll have to cut down a couple trees. Which. No. Nope. Okay. Oh, I do need that though. We'll get rid of the apple. It's fine. What's on his bow? Anything cool? Sometimes you just gotta check. Power 1. Anywho, Minecraft lore has just been really keeping me interested, and you know the whole soul the soul lore, you know, is just really interesting as well. I don't know if anybody knows what I'm talking about, but soul sand, withers, skulk, you know, they all have really interesting lore to do with the souls in Minecraft and how that energy works. So okay, those are going away. So we have this, and over this way on top of this hill, oh, there's an enderman. I will show off. Okay, so this is the original stronghold site. When I found the stronghold as a young child playing Minecraft for the first time, this is the small base of operation I set up right here. I built this staircase with glowstone. I will never tear this down. This is just so nostalgic to me. It'll be part of the ruins that I'm planning on building. When I returned to this world for the very first time, I didn't know where to build. So my thought, why don't you build your house on top of the existing ruins that you're setting up here? And that's kind of ultimately what I ended up doing. So this house was not built when I found the stronghold. It was actually built after. But I'm just going to keep these here as I think a burnt down like ancient builder house or something. Anywho, that's what that is. That's why there's pillars out here to mark where the actual gateway is. But if you go down that set of stairs, you will find where I first entered into the stronghold for the first time. And that's pretty cool. I wish I didn't tear down so much of my OG stronghold, but you know, I did because I just wanted to make better use of the space, I guess. I don't know. But right here is the above ground area. So I'm going to go ahead and well this up. But yep, that drops straight down. It'll be covered over with a trapdoor. And yeah, that's pretty much it for up here. Yay. Do we have any other holes to fill in? Nope. Go and do that. Like I said, I think I'm going to go ahead and build some sort of structure because I want it to stick out, you know, like I want it to look like a well, I guess is what I'm getting at. So I'm thinking oak logs in each corner. Yeah, I'm glad I kept these on me. I'm thinking like either maybe here. Is that too big? No, I think that's perfect. 2 blocks out from each corner. We need to get rid of a couple more trees. I think these 3 and we'll be golden. So this old part of my Java world, I'm pretty sure this has been patched, but these were generated when if leaves were touching other trees, they counted as 1. So you have to, if leaves are touching another tree, so for instance, if I cut this tree down, these leaves won't disappear until I cut down everything because it'll assume that the tree is actually this one. And I cut that one down, oh, it's attached to that log. So any that are attached in that way will cause that to happen. So you can see I cut down those 3. These are finally starting to go away. It's hard to explain, but it's just old Minecraft. You know, like I said, I built this world, or I generated this world in a time where Minecraft was just still like, well, pretty much in its infancy in a way, but it's just, everything is old and what more is there to say? It's old. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's start with at least making it 5 blocks tall. 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So I can either make it like pointy or I can make it like triangular. I don't know. I could either do steps going up both ways and meeting in the middle, or I could do like a pyramid. I'm leaning towards pyramid, but that might look weird. Yeah, I'm not sure. My voice just cracked a little bit. I don't know. This looks cool. You know, now that I'm realizing it, these line up with the portal frame. It looks like an end portal frame, like a stone. That's really cool how that lines up. That's really cool. Did I mention that's really cool? But I think we'll get maybe just some wooden steps and just... Yeah, I guess that's gonna be fine, right? We've got this clearing on the hilltop, and that's just gonna have to do. Okay. Enough putting it off, let's just do it. I need like some more upbeat music. I usually used to play like Donkey Kong and Sims music. We can do the Sims, I guess. It's been a long time. Yeah, this will do fine. How long have we been streaming for? An hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, like I said, I'll try to wrap things up here shortly. Just to finish touching base with everybody. See what I did there? Touching base? Because we're in my Minecraft base. Ahaha. I am a genius. Oh, wait. I think... Would stone brick look better? Or wood? Stone brick... I don't know. I could see stone brick looking good too. I know wood make... Okay, let's try this. It might be too big. It might be too pointy. We might have to do the triangle or pyramid. We might have to do something else, is what I'm trying to say. Oops, that's the wrong shulker. Okay, making a mess. Shulkers are convenient, but I hate having to like dish them all out just to like make some room. So we want scaffolding and steps, and we'll just... Oh no! Yeah, that's deadly. We're gonna have to cover that up soon. So I guess technically it would start... Okay, I messed up the first one. Come on. Doop. Yay, we started it. Okay. Let's just... What is happening? This brings back a lot of memories. Okay. I don't like building with stairs. I'm kidding, but like, I don't know. You know, one thing I want them to add to Minecraft so bad is, you know, it's like stone brick walls, or any wall in Minecraft, has the, like, skinny pole looking thing going on. I'm wanting, I wish they would add, something like that, you know, but like log form, so that you could have skinny trees. Like I feel like if instead of having like those big ugly massive trees, there's none in this area because like they weren't around at that time. There's some in the distance over there though that are like newly generated. Because there's chunk errors over here like crazy because my world's so old. But those big trees with the logs, I would rather them have like little skinny branches, you know, and like if you break them they all just pop off. I think those would be great for building skinny custom trees. Is this overkill? Is this too much roof on this well? I don't think so. Maybe I should have started it a block higher, though. Maybe. It's okay. That's not enough, but we'll just start with that. Okay. Get it together, man. Okay. This is taking up so much of the stream. It's actually comical. My mind's really turned. There's another chunk error right there. Look at that. They're all over the place over here. Thankfully, I didn't start really going out into the world and exploring until they actually like released the Caves and Cliffs update, where they made sure that the train generation was not going to cause a bunch of chunk errors, which is cool. I really like that they did that, but this world has had quite a few chunk errors, like some bad ones at that. I've talked about those on other streams before, but there's actually still some evidence over there of. That was one of the several times that I've had to go into creative mode on this world, is because of chunk errors. I had freshly built something, logged off Minecraft, new update came in, backed up the world, and when I logged in, a chunk error was in the middle of the base. I couldn't believe it. Like, it destroyed all the blocks that were there and everything. It was super annoying. I was in, like, disbelief. I was like, seriously? I just built that. It was like, I think I built some sort of a nether portal related thing. Regardless, though, it's really annoying to build something and then big fat chunk error sticking out of the ground. Ton of mining involved. I used to destroy them by hand, but after a while I just had it and I was like, it shouldn't be up to me to waste hours of my life that I don't get back just because Minecraft goofed up. So I then started going and you know, like having to go get mending and all these stupid things that I'm it's not my fault. It was just the game was unstable back then. And now, you know, Java Edition's more stable than Bedrock Edition. That's saying something. But yeah, Java used to have a lot of issues, but they've really done a good job ironing those out. Ghost blocks were one of my least favorite things that could happen on a world. They were so annoying. It made removing mountains and stuff really difficult. So ghost blocks would be on my list of like top 5 worst bugs in Minecraft. I don't mind seeing chunk errors out in the wild, you know, like seeing that is actually pretty cool. It's just it's kind of almost like the status of an old Minecraft world. It's just, it goes to show how many versions of the game your world's been updated through. But at the same time, you just don't want them popping up near your base. So like I said, started going into creative mode to discourage that from happening again. Thankfully, after that one time I had to remove it from creative, I haven't had the issue since. But you know, there's been some weird things that have happened in the world that I've had to use creative mode to fix. But like I said, that's another case of, come on, I swear. I guess I don't. I'll have to cut down a couple more trees. We talked about that in another stream at some point, some time ago. Just some of the things that I've had to do to get the world in the state that it is, but you know, I'm sure some people will still, oh my gosh, you use creative mode, but sometimes there's literally only so much you can do. But I've never given myself advancements or done anything like that. One of the only reason that I don't have some of these advancements and why they're in such a weird order, actually I did. We did go back for that, but like, for example, look here. Construct a better pickaxe, but I have everything but that. It's because I've touched all these other things. Okay, so what I'm saying is, I don't know if anybody else has this issue, but my advancements tab resets all the time. Like, You know, I've never summoned the Wither in my world, but I have beacons. Like, come on. I've never done this one. I've never done the potion one, those hidden ones. The Furious Cocktail and How Did We Get Here, I believe are the two names of them. I've never done those. And the reason I've never done them, I want to do those in this world. I want to have all the advancements, but my advancements get bugged and reset every couple updates, it seems. I don't know if that issue's been fixed. I've never thought to look it up on the Minecraft forums to see if it's just a me problem. But what's the point in me? You know, I used to have all the advancements besides the Fierce Cocktail. I used to have all of them, but that and the Gassed one, maybe a couple others, but I never went back after they all disappeared, so I don't know if they've fixed it or anything, but until I get confirmation, I don't have any desire. Ugh, sorry, I started yawning. I don't have any desire to go back and do any of that. It's just really depressing. Who wants to do all that work just to get axed, basically? And it's like, oops, that all that progress didn't mean anything. I know you get like a little bit of experience for getting those big achievements out of the way, but still, like, what? It's not worth it to me. I have XP farms in my world. Okay, I think I should put some lanterns for lighting, but I'm just gonna keep mobs spawning off my roof. I think this is the middle block. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. I guesstimated that. What does this look like? Does it look like complete trash? I mean, kind of. This birch tree's in the way. It definitely isn't helping, but I might have to make some designs in the creative test world. I mean, I'm gonna obviously should I seal up the front with wood blocks like here so there's no overhang, or is that a bad idea? Like oh, I can't reach that high. Oop, that's the wrong. I gotta start one block in. I'm making a lot of rookie mistakes. You'd almost think I've never played Minecraft before by watching me play. Like, does this look bad if we seal up the front? You know, some of them are sealed in, some of them are just like two roofs meeting together. Thank God for the elytra. I think that was a fatal fall. That does look pretty bad. I think for now I'm just gonna leave it be. The big point is I don't want rain falling down and making it look weird. I will come up with something, just not right now. But I just wanted to get this started, so I got the stairs done. We got, actually that doesn't look bad. If I would, oh my goodness. If I come up with something to that effect, that's what I'm gonna do. But for now, let's go ahead and pack up our bags and head back down underground. I need to carve out the rest of the stairway. I have yet to jump down here and try this out, but I'm really excited to. What I'm gonna do is, oh my goodness, I don't really like the look of the copper on Zombie's head. I think the copper's more fitting than the iron. It's like, where did you get iron from? But I don't know. I don't like the copper tier tools in the first place. I think they're. Oh wait, we want to do this as stone brick. What am I doing? I don't know. Just not a huge fan, I guess. So we are going to. I need 2 more. I knew I needed 2 more, and I still didn't craft it anyways. Put a trapdoor in the middle out of spruce, but I don't think I have any spruce on me right now. It's a bummer. I want to keep mobs from dropping in and going to the end and knocking me off the platform when I arrive in the end, but some sort of archaeology looking structure. For now, I'm going to put wood on the other side because it's bothering me that I don't have it symmetrical. Many of you will know from past streams that I like to have everything lined up because I'm a little OCD. I don't have OCD, but I feel OCD at times. But for now, we'll put torches here, light everything up, keep zombies from spawning and dropping in. But for now, oh, there's the rest of that gunpowder. Oh, found it. Okay, now we have some ways to get around. I don't actually know how to make a creeper farm. To farm gunpowder. I've never done that before, but I need to seriously consider it. Looking into it. Okay, good grief. Alright, we got all that. I'm leaving the crafting table for now. This could look a lot worse, but for now, it's a simple structure. It doesn't look too bad. So, I think do I leave it dark and make it look ominous, or do I add a ring of like redstone lamps or something down in there? That I don't have the answer to right now. It's growing on me. It's just really pointy. But I think I'll redo those 4 blocks there with stairs, and I think it'll look nice, you know. Like I said, it's meant to look like a little well. I just want it to be big. You know, a normal well, you know, the posts would be in the corners here. But I don't know, maybe I should do that. It depends on what the ruins end up looking like. But where I did not mark the stairs with lights like I should have. They are somewhere beneath one of these trees. It's not there. It's a cave. An unexplored cave with some iron. I have no idea. I guess we'll just fly down in there. The real question is, will I connect the stronghold itself, this area that I'm working on currently, with the main base? I don't know. I am adding the andesite type of structure. I don't know. One thing we are going to do is we are going to make the stairs, the stone brick stairs. Finish that off, get it looking, you know, better than it is. We're going to need a lot of stairs though. Okay. And we'll just work on this. I know a lot of people are going to hit me with, why are you adding stairs if the whole point is you can drop down in through that? This is if you're in the stronghold and you want to go up to the area here, and obviously for lore purposes, you know, world building. That's definitely one way to keep your Minecraft world feeling fresh, is like, just because the quickest way is to travel by elytra, you know, it doesn't mean you can't add paths in your world connecting things. Obviously, you probably don't want to make a million block path going to a biome clear across the world, but, you know, for things nearby, like my stronghold, for example, which is crazy. I have a stronghold so close to my world spawn. That's just really insane to me to think about. But wow, I used up all those stairs. I thought it would be a little more than enough, but it is not. But at least there's a quick way in and out. I tell you what though, the ideas are truly turning inside my head for that ocean base. Like, ever since I mentioned that, like, you know, revisiting that idea, it's just really inspirational. Oh, hi. I don't know. I do know we're running low on food, so we're gonna go back to the house and grab more stone brick instead of mining it anyways. One of the cool things about all the work that we've done so far to the base, and I don't know, that doesn't look bad. We will probably be able to see that from our house though, so is having this great big path. When you come in from an adventure, which I have, and fly down this main area, oh my gosh, it's so wonderful. Yo, you're back. What's up, Zeeble? I was hoping I'd catch you. The stream is getting fairly close to the end, but I'll be sticking around for a little while here just to button up some loose ends. You can go back and watch this stream later if you're wanting all the little updates and see all the things that I've done to this world. That's kind of what I'm hoping to do, is just leave everybody... Oh, we need stone brick. That's right. The whole reason I came here, besides food. Everybody keeps telling me to switch over to, what is it called? Golden carrots as my food source. Were there stairs in here? Aha! I'm glad I'm saving myself some money. Or time, or effort, or whatever. Also, big plans for this at some point. You know, it's so colorless down here by design. I just never had time to fill it in. I'm going to add stuff down there, like some little pots and tables and things, but definitely one of the least interesting things that I can add right now. Okay, that looks really spooky on the hill. I might have to shrink that down. That looks really weird. It's on the edge of the fog. If I crank up the render distance a little bit. Oh, I cranked this down again. Oh, I'm getting a phone call. 1 second. Goodness gracious. There we go. Okay, I just want to make sure my audio didn't cut out because of the phone call. I switched versions. I was playing with shaders 2 days ago. I did not crank this back up. But if I crank this up to even just 30 chunks, will that make... Okay, that looks better. I don't like having all the chunks all the way up, especially when you're exploring. But I guess we'll max out. Will that make it look completely normal? Yeah, see, that looks really good. But I don't like being maxed out at all times. So we'll keep it to 30. I don't know about you guys, but if you play Java Edition, really, really don't like the new foggy look the skies have from the new update. That's my personal preference, of course, but I just don't like it. It makes the color of the game look really depressing, and I don't like it. Did I mention I don't like it? I'm like a broken record today, but sorry in advance, I guess. Let's fly down in here. Whee! At least when the stronghold's done, man, stairs like destroy the food supply so fast. At least, you know, finishing up the stronghold, this has been on the freaking project books for so long. So having this done and just back to square one is going to be, frankly, relieving. So there we go. We will extend the ceilings up, of course, a little bit for the elytra to fly in if I want to come this way, but we have a way in and out. My original thought was to line this area with soul flames. However, it does not look very good because soul flames are just, I associate those with the ancient city, so it just doesn't make sense for here. Bedrock got shaders with the new update. Yeah, they're called Vibrant Visuals, right? They're coming to Java Edition. It's just taking forever. Matter of fact, in October, I'm pretty sure they put out a newsletter letting everybody know how far along the development was. Java just takes forever because it's just an older coding language. That's why Bedrock Edition gets a lot of the... it performs better for sure. You can't beat the render distance on Bedrock Edition. Java should really consider doing something with... Oops. I keep doing that. With, you know, taking some notes from, like, Optifine. Optifine's not my favorite way to use shaders, by the way, but, like Sodium and Iris. You know, take some notes. You know, there's ways to make the game run better. But, yep, this looks a lot better. this is all cleaned up. There's no moss and stuff. We'll get the portal moved to the middle, and it will be a big portal. It will match the one seen in the Nether. And yeah, we'll finish the stairs. This is just going to be a box. It's building this to look like another, just an average stronghold room. Other than that, I am going to maybe turn this into a little base, you know, like areas for chests and stuff, because when the end is inevitably updated again, you know, this area is going to have to serve a purpose, you know, a base of operations. I don't ever plan on building an end base, just for the record. The end is meant to be a barren area, and I treat it as such. Oh, big stretch. Good Lord. Oh. Need to get like a new gaming chair or something. But I haven't been gaming very much, so what good does it do me? We got Andesite there, that's good. I guess, do I want to do that on this stream? I feel like it's going to be really boring to clear all the way up and back on both sides just for the Andesite. Yeah, let's just do it. It'll be the last thing I do this stream. And we'll try to collect a little bit more of this andesite. I don't know if anybody else does this. I've always done this ever since I started playing Minecraft, but when you mine the silverfish spawner, it's always just made sense to put a chest there. That's just me though. What? I do not remember this song. It's a little stressful. Let's go to building mode 6. Even though we're not really building, we're more mining. Since we're towards the end of the stream, I should probably grab that iron. I don't really need it, but I should probably grab it. Since we're towards the end of the stream, we'll go ahead and touch base on what to expect moving forward on this channel. Don't expect anything. That's the best thing I can tell anybody. There is just no sense in anticipating an upload. Like I said, now that we're in the winter, a lot of you guys know that I'm a landscaper for a living. So the summers are where I'm busy. Winter, I can relax a little bit. But I still wouldn't expect anything. You can probably expect to see a couple more streams. You know, at least Minecraft, or if a new game comes out over the winter that I want to play. Not a lot that I'm really interested in playing right now. There's no games that come to mind, at least. Just video game movies, but I might stop in and play a little something. I would like to see the return of the Super SMP world, but I have no idea when that's going to happen. You know, Oliver and I are both very busy. And it's just really hard when you're in different time zones now. You know, almost all of Super SMP 1 was all done from the same time zone, but now everything else is done with like 3 hours difference in time. So it's really challenging to link up for those. But Super SMP will be finished at some point. I guarantee it. You know, it's just a matter of finding the time. Because Super SMP is not something that you want to hop on and do half-heartedly. Because we put our heart and soul into that series. And I hope it shows in the streams. Because the freaking stuff that we get up to is absolutely ridiculous. So, and I'm sure most people would want it the same way. You would want the genuine experience where we're both relaxed and just making jokes, having a fun time, trying to make each other laugh. So that's all I can say about that. But there's no stream schedule. Usually I would come up with a stream schedule for the winter, but not this year. I just wanted to mention that because I just don't want people thinking like, oh, he's streaming, he's back. No, I'm still super busy. But like I said, I'm going to keep playing Minecraft while I'm in this 2-week Minecraft phase. and just keep adding onto the world. Like I said, the ultimate goal is to finish Renovating. I want the series to go from being called Renovating the Survival World to playing on my original survival world. And I played the new Black Ops 7. It's so dumb but fun. There seems to be a lot of games that are coming out that are really dumb. Like, you feel like it kind of feels like an empty game, but it's like, yeah, it's mindless fun though. So kind of how Fortnite is, you know. It's not hard to get on and get in a match and play. But then you're like, okay, that happened. Well, I'm done playing for the day. Not that I really play Fortnite, but I have a little bit. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say Sonic Rumble is kind of one of those cases where it just feels like it's like, okay, I played that. I get a little bit more of I guess a fun feeling. I was trying to find a better word to use than just fun, but you know, I get a little bit more of a kick out of playing Fall Guys over Sonic Rumble. Sonic Rumble's just had a rough launch. The game's not boring by any means, but there's just not a lot to do in the game right now. I played quite a bit of it. I haven't bought any skins. I only bought one pack, and it came with a skin. It was just like that starter one with the soap shoes Sonic. But the prices are really bad. I don't care. Everybody's so hateful when it comes to microtransactions in games. Specifically mobile games like Sonic Rumble. People get so furious when there's ads in a game. Because remember, you need ads and you need money to keep a game alive, to support it. Who hit me? Did I just take damage? What was that? I don't know. So people get mad when there's ads in a game. There we go. That looks a lot better. But they also get mad when a game has 0 ads and it's just straight gameplay and they're trying to get money out of you. And they lock certain features behind paywalls. You know, I know if most people were to put up a game, actually, probably everybody, you had to put up a game that you put a lot of effort in, had a lot of people, you know, you spent a lot of money to build the game, a free-to-play game, and people, oh no, it's playing copyrighted music now. It jumped the Last Christmas. That's not good. We'll skip to this. You know, why would I want to pour my heart and soul into developing a game, and it took months and years and stuff, and advertising campaigns and this and that, just for people to go, why isn't everything free? I don't know. It just really annoys me that people have that mindset. It's just, ugh. I'm going to make an accurate 1980s U.S. Army battle uniform. That sounds like it's going to take quite a bit of time. Don't worry about it. Sounds like it'll take a lot of time. Rain starting in 10 minutes. That's awesome. I need to blow my nose. I don't know if anybody can tell. I'm just kind of coming out of a cold. Actually, I was pretty sick for a while, but now I just kind of have a head cold. Not that I really have like a sick voice or anything, but everything looks good in here. I'm happy with this. Get this ironed out. Finish the stairs, raise the ceiling, stone brick everything off. Keep everything basic. Match Stronghold aesthetics. And that's going to be it. That will be it for the Stronghold project. For the time being, at least. But other than that, I think that's a good way to end the stream. I feel like I fulfilled my obligation that I don't have. We'll work on that. I'll go in my creative world and try to iron that stain out. Like I said, you know, just got to finish these blocks up. And man, we are getting really close to the end of this series, which is exciting and sad at the same time. I mean, I've been doing this series for a couple years. It's definitely my longest running YouTube thing. It's easy to talk to chat and do this at the same time. It's going to be a lot of money that I don't have. Boy, do I know how that feels. No, hobby projects like that are really fun when they kind of take a while, because when it finally comes together, it's pretty cool. You know, I collect a lot of stuff, both, you know, like merchandise, as in figures and sets and things, but I also collect some smaller things where it's just a matter of filling out, you know. I don't collect cards, but I guess it would be like collecting cards, you know, having a full set of something assembled together. So sometimes it's really fun, and you get anxious trying to get the whole set together. But by the time you do, it's like, man, it's all here at last. It's just a cool thing. So it'll be a sweet feeling when that comes together. I have to go. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to not only you, but to everybody that's watched this or is watching this back. I just want everybody to know that I appreciate the patience, and what is this? I have a top fan? Random guy is my top fan. That's interesting. I did not know that that was a feature. That's really cool. He's got a crown and everything. He's number 1. Let's go. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody for stopping in and or watching this back. If anybody's watching this after the fact and has any suggestions for builds in my world that make sense for my survival world, let me know. I'm still looking and searching for inspiration for the build that will go there and there. Other than that, you know, it's just a matter of doing things now and getting things done. And I mean, like I said, at some point this will be over and it'll be done, and there'll be no more renovating until we renovate some other stuff. But this world's come a long ways. I hope you guys have enjoyed the upgrades that I built. Recommendations are welcome. But other than that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in like 5 years or something. I'll see you then. Happy Thanksgiving.